Yes. A question from Hitesh is, I think that's a question everybody would have, and I want to answer it right now. Question is, I was curious, the number system understanding is great, but how will this take us to AI and the concept so that we can independently integrate in enterprises? Okay. So what we are studying right now is taking you to something called information theory. Okay. I don't want to put a name to it. I just want you to feel it. Okay. And encoding, decoding, the representation, information compression, you will find that this counting number system is deceptively very simple. It may look like that we are just doing this as a puzzle, and I'm doing it like a showmanship that, to do that. But in reality, I have seen marvelous results when it comes to complex systems, and you will enjoy it. So I would say that yes, that is something that you should keep in mind. But what I believe is that all of you are capable of solving almost every problem that's there. But if I teach you just, let's say, in the beginning of my career, I was teaching MongoDB. And soon enough, I realized that it's of no use because it went out of fashion and new thing came up. Now I had to teach new thing like big data, SQL, this thing. And then I realized that Hadoop was phased out. And then Spark came into play. Then I had to teach. Now, you see the cycle? Just because I was kind of trying to achieve the end outcome, I ended up making people memorize that particular domain. Okay. But there is a common perspective in all of that. And that perspective is that if I make everybody with amazing fundamentals, with strong analytical mindset, then I don't have to teach any high level topic such as AI running today, this, that, all of that you can figure it out. I guarantee that. All of that you can figure it out. Okay. And that's what I have done experiments in last 4 years, whereby instead of teaching the end outcome, like this library, TensorFlow library, this transformer architecture, transformer architecture, this reinforcement learning, that thing, this thing. Now, all of that may sound like a knowledge, but it's not. It's not because few years ago, LSTM or RNN was the architecture, and then it's gone. Those who memorized that architecture realized that it was of no use, and now new thing came up, right? So the most important part was like what I'm seeing in my classes is that I make them think like when I was teaching Hadoop. So the one thing that I did was I gave my class a simple challenge that here is the data, sort it. Sort this data. You have 500 machines or 10 machines. Figure out way to sort using 500 machines. And people came up with very creative ideas. One of them came up with this idea that people saw later, 5 years later. And basically, what I see is that that's the mindset I want, that inventor mindset. You would be able to invent almost everything. Like I finished my reinforcement learning class yesterday. Okay. And now here is a very interesting thing that happened in the class. I started my class. I gave the problem that here is the game and your code is supposed to play Mario. Mario kind of a game, I gave a simpler game. So your code, you have to write code that has to play this game and win. Okay. Now people did that. And those who did that game, those who played that game using their Python code, they came up with very interesting ideas. They came up with two ideas. And both ideas basically represent the entire of reinforcement learning, right? Two core algorithms are there in reinforcement learning, and both algorithms. they got it without I teaching them. And that's where I feel that I'm fairly successful, because they would, wherever they go, they would do the invention, innovation, and I don't have to teach them anymore, right? So I don't have to, basically, as a teacher, my role should be that you would should never need a teacher. Okay, that's the whole idea. And essentially, that's why I'm just clearing up the basic building block. You will enjoy it. You will enjoy it, everyone. Right? But that's a very important question. Thank you, Hitesh, for asking.